Hey, hey, hey. Happy Wednesday. Come on in, pull up a chair. The Gaming Gang Dispatch is in the air. Howdy, 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 gang. Welcome once again to the Duct Tape Studios. I'm Jeff McAleer, your host here at the Gaming Gang Dispatch, brought to you by, amazingly enough, thegaminggang.com. So tonight is Wednesday, December 1st, 2021. This is live stream 724. So welcome aboard. If this is your first time joining me, let me point out, it is super, super casual around here. We just hang out, talk about the latest in tabletop gaming news, and then take a peek. And once in a while, I'll do a review of a tabletop game. Tonight, we are going to unbox and take a first look at Stratego, Assassin's Creed from Jumbo Games. So we're going to take a peek at this in just a few moments. I also have a special treat for fans of H.P. Lovecraft. I think will enjoy this. So stay tuned for that as well. Should point out, if you like this video, by all means, please give it a quick thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you do subscribe, ding that bell. It'll not only let you know when the Dispatch streams live Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday evenings right here on YouTube at 7 p.m. Central. It'll also let you know when I upload other videos, such as my upcoming review of Rackham Vale. Yes. Keep your eyes peeled. I think Friday is when this will be up. I've actually got quite a few different reviews on the horizon, just so you know. Of course, when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit thegaminggang.com for all latest in gaming news, reviews, and a whole lot more. You know the drill. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. Also, this is a live stream, so that means there is chat available. It's not on screen. It's one of the ways I keep some of the more unusual commenters at bay. But if you want to say howdy, or maybe you got a question, a comment, by all means, chime in. I will do my best to respond. So far, Flaming Heron was first out the gate saying hello tonight. And we've got Mr. Eddie T joining us as well. The guest, we have Sarah D in the audience tonight also. A couple of things before I jump into the news. So I have both cats down here in the Duct Tape Studios with me tonight. So we may see some craziness. So may see a little craziness here because my cat, Smokey, actually likes to sleep on the table I'm sitting at here. I actually got to the point where I put a little bed here for her because she loves to sleep here. So I will not be shocked to see her jump up on this table at some point during the show. Also, Pinky's down here. Pinky likes to be loud. So she's actually carrying on right now. But this mic doesn't pick up a whole lot beyond a few feet. So you may not actually be hearing her. But I certainly can. Flaming Heron says, as long as they're all over the table during the unboxing. Yes, that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm sure Smokey will want to lay down in the box top or something. Also, there's a bug flying around in here. It's December 1st. How is there a bug in here? And of course, with all the lights, it's attracted to it. So don't be surprised if suddenly you see this big thing just go past. Depends on how close it is to the lens. You're like, oh my God, there's a giant bug in Jeff's house. Okay, so let's jump on into the news because I've got a nice eclectic mix tonight. First off, Wise Wizard Games is releasing a Star Realms box set coming this month. Here's the scoop. Wise Wizard Games LLC. Let's make sure that we throw that in there, right? Limited liability company. Officially launched the new Star Realms box set. This complete 1 to 4 player game is perfect for new players, and experienced players will love it too. Star Realms is an explosively popular strategy game that combines the fun of a deck building game with the interactivity of trading card game style combat. Star Realms has won 7 Game of the Year awards, and the Star Realms digital app has been downloaded over 1 million times. We're excited to offer this larger box set to everyone that loves Star Realms in time for the holidays. This is a beautiful upgrade for existing players and a perfect set for new players, said Rob Doherty, CEO of Wise Wizard Games. This new Star Realms box set includes the top-selling Star Realms deck building game, as previously mentioned, winner of 7 Game of the Year awards. This also includes the Gambit set with 2 solo/cooperative challenge cards. It's a perfect intro set for new players for solo, PvP, and co-op. It's the first ever Star Realms game board being included for easy setup. There's a box insert with sections for each starter deck, explorers, and the market deck. The large box holds sleeved or unsleeved cards with room for expansions, and it includes a big, beautiful, full-color rule book. The Star Realms box set is, once again, for 1 to 4 players, ages 12 and up, plays in around 20 minutes a game, and it will carry an MSRP of $39.99. I believe it is making its way into stores right now. I'm not sure if it's in stores right now. Keep your eyes peeled. I like Star Realms. Every time we talk Star Realms or Wise Wizard Games, which I have to stop myself from saying White Wizard Games because that used to be the company's name. I always point out, for some reason, I like Hero Realms better. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it's got a fantasy theme. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But I'm not saying I don't like Star Realms. I just dig Hero Realms. Then again, maybe I dig Hero Realms more because so many people play Star Realms. That could have something to do with it also. So just in time for last minute holiday gift giving, you've got the Star Realms box set. Moving along, there is a War of the Roses war game. Looks really interesting. It's up on the GMT Games P500 pre-order list. And here's what I know about Plantagenet, Cousins War for England, 1459 to 1485. England, 1459. The son of the great Henry V has not lived to fill his father's shoes. That's an understatement. England has lost the 100 Years' War, and mighty lords amassed lands and wealth rivaling the king's own. Henry IV left the door open for any such powerful lord with good pedigree to reach for the throne, and the best candidate is Richard Plantagenet, Duke of York. He was excellent in Bewitched. I swear. Oh, no, wait, that's Dick York. Yeah, okay. Mounting tension over the crown leads to armed clashes under the excuse of freeing the king from his evil counselors, and finally ignites the Wars of the Roses that William Shakespeare would immortalize in his plays. A Yorkist rebellion that succeeds in placing Edward IV on the throne and exiling the Lancastrians to Scotland and France. A civil war pitting Warwick, the kingmaker, and King Edward's brother Clarence against the king and his other brother, Richard Gloucester. The reinstatement for a few months of Henry IV and the invasion from France by his son, and wife, leading to a final contest between Richard III and Henry Tudor, later known as Henry VII, and the Battle of Bosworth that ends the Plantagenet dynasty. Treason, bravery, political maneuver, and a cast of memorable characters mark one of the most intense and divided periods of English history. In Plantagenet, the latest volume in Volku Lunki's Levian campaign series, players lead one of the two factions across the three main periods of war, as individual scenarios or as the entire Wars of the Roses. Designer Francesco Gradale adds overall and local political influence. That doesn't sound right. Adds overall? I guess overall political influence. Maybe that's it. To Volko's medieval operation system to reflect the ever changing loyalties of the time while keeping play familiar to fans of the series. Players will create and maintain a network of allied lords and nobles in order to obtain the provender and coin needed to supply and pay their armies. As ravaging and looting will damage each side's reputation, each faction will strive to convince cities to join its side. Great battles will seek to kill or capture enemy lords, perhaps even a king. Two kinds of operational moves will be in play, the military and the political. In the end, when the dust settles and all arrows have flown, one rose will sit on the throne. White or red, York or Lancaster, gather your troops and banners and join the fight. Plantagenet Cousins War for England, 1459 to 1485, is for one or two players, ages 14 and up. It is available to pre-order right now at the P500 price of $62. It's going to eventually carry an MSRP of $89. So pretty sweet deal. Do want to point out the images that you're seeing right now are pretty much prototype. Although I do believe without the P500 on it, we are looking at the cover of the game. Very interesting. I always found the Wars of the Roses to be pretty interesting. Especially everybody is like, 1 minute they're like, oh yes, we're allied with you. And then it's like, oh no, we're allied with you. Everybody changing sides all the time. So, Flaming Heron said that they laughed a little at my joke. Must mean my Dick York reference. I always felt bad for that guy. He did not end well, unfortunately. And I remember going off on a little tangent real quickly. There was an afternoon radio host here. There was a station in Chicago called The Loop. And they had Steve Dahl and Gary Meyer in the mornings and so on and so forth. So anyway, one of the afternoon guys had actually tracked down Dick York and would have him on all the time over the phone as a guest. And I was like, I always felt bad for him. He was, for one, he was always taking painkillers, even back when he was on Bewitched. And then they ran him out because I guess he kind of creeped Elizabeth Montgomery out, is what I've heard. There goes that bug again. Andy Sykes is with us in chat. Very good to see you, Andy. Thanks for swinging on in here. So, Fleming Heron says British history is all pretty interesting. Yeah, I tend to, when I go to bed, I tend to fall asleep to audiobooks, and I'm normally listening to historical stuff. Let's talk about some role-playing game news, because arriving in January from our friends over at Kobold Press is the Warlock Grimoire Volume 3. Here's the deets. Enter a portal to the unknown. Within these dusty pages, uncover the secrets of the world, indeed, of the branches of the multiverse. Collected here are entire lost volumes of esoteric truths. The Warlock Grimoire 3. Inside, find revelations and testimonials on monsters, magic, locales, and lore of Midgard. The life and times of the noble bear folk, their bear maiden, and their honey axes. I was going to say something off kilter there, but maybe not. Are we talking about their honey pots? No. Mysteries of the quizzical raven folk, steeped in magic and myth. Dangerous secrets kept by the druids, from dark trinkets to hidden circles, weird and quirky truths, from the astral moons to the odd weather of the wastes. Details in history of the village of Red Tower, ever in the shadow of the Scarlet Citadel. Wondrous and mysterious locales of the Southlands, where adventure is abundant. Sites of legend, their secrets uncovered, from the interplanar Strauss Library to Terminus Island at the very edge of the world. Mind-bending options for dungeons and new perspectives on their design and integration. Rumors of the Dragon Empire and insights into just what makes the dragons and what they're hiding. Plus new subclasses, backgrounds, spells, magic items, monsters, and more. Warlock Grimoire 3 presents the content from issues 20 to 28 of Warlock and includes the Warlock Guide to the Plains, answering secrets of the multiverse and raising many more. Uncover dark truths about the Midgard campaign setting or for worlds of your own creation. The 320-page hardcover, which is sort of a digest size, just so you know, will carry an MSRP of $24.99 when it arrives on January 26th. Gotta say, I like the Cobalt Press stuff. Yes, I know. Scarlet Citadel, I was like, it's all right. I know. For some reason, because I didn't give that like a glowing review, people out there are thinking, oh, well, Jeff doesn't like Cobalt Press stuff. It's like, no, I got a lot of Cobalt Press reviews coming. Some from me, some from the team. Remember, December, I already mentioned, is going to skew heavier towards RPGs. And then, of course, come January, we are going to have our old school for the new year celebration. So don't forget that. Anyway, I have the first volume of the Warlock Grimoire, and it's kind of interesting. I gotta be honest, it's kind of funny because Wolfgang Bauer of Cobalt Press sort of said this to me, and I'm kind of like, yeah, you know what? He's right. It is kind of like bathroom reading. It's one of those kind of volumes that you could put on the side and you just pick it up and take a peek. Uh-oh. No. No. Told you. Smokey, get going. No. She comes walking over. She's like, coming up by the table. Get going. Go. Yeah, I know. She's complaining. Yeah, what can I tell you? Because I swear if she jumps up here, she just want to get lay here. Right under the overhead camera, I am sure. Clint Gibson has joined us in chat. Good to see ya. Clint says they were having some trouble getting the stream to load for some reason. That's kind of weird. Speaking of that, well, I guess I'll talk about it once we finish up the news. I may have put an end to that denial of service attack, so fingers crossed on that. Maybe. Moving right along, there is a new role-playing game that is available from Modifius Entertainment. Here's the skinny on Legends of Avalon. From that island to the east of the world, no soldier returned without tales of wonder, walking forests, talking fae, enigmatic shapes of half men and half beast, things that you ought not to believe unless you see them yourself. Cato the Sage on the invasion of Avalon. Guess who just jumped up onto the table? Smokey. Get out of there. Now she's going for the camera. All right, hold on. Come here, you. Come here. Let's do this. Let go. Stop it. Here. Sit on my lap. Knew it. Knew she was going to do that. I know this cat. I know this cat like the back of my hand. All right, come on. Lay down, you. Inspired by Celtic mythology in Roman Britain, Legends of Avalon is a role playing game that takes you to a mystical island occupied by faithless invaders. For now, peace has been called, but it balances on a sword's. Okay, I think it's supposed to be balances on a sword's edge as all seek to tame the other world, a parallel realm home to fae, demons, dragons, and gods. On Avalon, the greatest legends rise from humble beginnings, and yours will be no different. The shepherd ordained as a druid, the bard reborn as a fae touched, the thief who found glory as a gladiator. What tales will be told of you? Will you mend the rifts between worlds or delve into their depths for fame, fortune, and power? Legends of Avalon is a complete tabletop role playing game in one incredibly illustrated 244-page hardback book. It features quick character creation with deep character growth. Witness your humble townsperson rise into legend with 40 profession, martial, magic, and legendary ability schools. Engaging mechanics that reward ingenuity. Set up allies in combat, uncover motivations in parlays, craft gear from slain monsters, and navigate risks on epic journeys. An original rule set that needs just a deck of regular playing cards. Get creative with your surroundings and work together with your friends to earn more cards for checks. Extensive guides, tools, world lore, and a bestiary full of Celtic creatures to help game masters craft their own unique quests. It includes the quest for the Sealing Stone, an introductory adventure that teaches your aspiring heroes the game rules as you play. You'll also receive a free PDF of the core rulebook upon completion of your order, so you can start playing right away. You'll also receive additional PDF versions of the character sheet, handouts, rules reference sheets, and guidance for online play. The 244-page hardcover is available for pre-order for an MSRP of $48. Copies are going to start shipping in mid-December. And here's the odd sort of thing that I ran across. If you order from modifius.net, which is kind of the store site, I always share modifius.com because that's their website. I guess they also have a .us website, which must be their US store. I guess the US store won't start shipping this game until February. But if you order from the .net website, it ships in mid-December. Kind of interesting. Regardless, either way you go, you're still going to be able to get the PDF. So it looks kind of interesting. On to the last news piece. The Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay Empire in Ruins Companion is available in PDF. I've got the dope. The Empire in Ruins Companion is the fifth and final of our 5-part series of companion volumes to the Enemy Within campaign. The essential companion to campaigning in a shattered empire is packed with supplementary material to not only expand Empire in Ruins, but also provide an indispensable guide to any WIFRIP games set within the Fractured Nation. Empire in Ruins Companion includes Alternative Empires, features the ramifications of the fulfillment of the ambitions of Jan Zudermine, Karl-Heinz Wasmir, or the late Castor Lieberung. More Madcraw, the Night Goblins, and their depredations return with more details on this extraordinary remote tribe, including several new tribe members that might trouble any adventurers who stray into their territory. The place of the Shining Rock, more details and fascinating lore on this sacred site, holy to both Sigmar and Ulrich in story past and geography. There's Altdorf Chaos, which highlights the several unusual phenomena that could occur in the crown of the Empire as the Enemy Within nears its thrilling climax. The Imperial Ostlanders, who are these brave frontier folk, ably commanded by Reichard Malthus Sievers, and what part might they play in Empire in Ruins? There's the Nordland question. During the turmoil that shakes the empire, many provincial areas make a play for greatness at this time. Nordland's history and notable personalities show rebellion was inevitable sooner or later. There's the Siege of Diesdorf. Under the looming threat to the Red Crown, can the Diesdorf Council keep their town in good order? As well as, the bigger they are, an ogre as a judicial champion means most trials are decided before they begin. And finally, there is the triumph of the Grave Lord. Will the Grave Lord, everyone's favorite self obsessed necromancer who has stalked the characters since Death on the Reich, will he achieve supremacy? The 120-page PDF is available right now at Drive-Thru RPG for $17.99. Cool. This is the finale. This is it. This is the last release in the Enemy Within Director's Cut. I'm kind of surprised. At no point did they mention that it is the Director's Cut. So I'm looking forward to checking this out. I got to be honest. I have the PDFs. I have not looked at volume 4 or 5 yet. I'm waiting for more word on when the physical books will come out. And that way I can kind of time it so that I read through everything about the time I receive the book. And that way we can do a first look and then I can do a review, as opposed to reading the stuff now and then be like, well, I got to take a look at this again because I don't remember any of it. Omenal is with us in chat. Welcome aboard. So Omenal says, Modifia said they were opening a site in the U.S. to cut down on shipping and to use .us. I got to be honest, if I were Modifius Entertainment, I would not use the .us. I wouldn't use, to be honest, unless I were like a nonprofit or something like that, I wouldn't use a .org. .net, but what I would do is I would actually use a subdomain if I were Modifius. So like us.modifius.com, store.modifius.com. The multiple websites, it just leads to confusion, in my opinion. But, I'm not Chris Birch, so I don't have a say in any of it. All right, so Smokey is still on my lap here. I would pick her up to show everybody, but I don't want to, get her going. So I know I was going to, there was something I said, I'm going to mention it after I finished up the news. And then Smokey hopped up on the table and everything. Now I'm like, what was it I was going to talk about? It wasn't anything super, important or anything. It was just in line with something I was talking about in one of the news pieces. All right. Anyway, that's it for the news tonight. I wrapped up with an item that is available over at Drive-Thru RPG. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Sarah. Yes, the denial of service attacks. Get to that in a sec. Anywho, I just wrapped up talking about an item that is available over at Drive-Thru RPG. Please keep in mind that the gaming gang, thus the Dispatch, is affiliated with the One Bookshelf sites. So if you are going to visit, say, Drive-Thru RPG, please stop by thegaminggang.com first. Click on one of our banner ads. That way, if you happen to make a purchase, I get a little portion of that sale. And all those nickels, dimes, and quarters do add up and really do help keep thegaminggang.com around. And of course, if you like this video, if you like the channel, if you like the website, if you like what I do, you can always buy me a cup of coffee or some soda. Oh, this cat is such a character. Such a character. She's like getting more comfortable in my lap. Kind of moving around. Oh, now she's like, I've settled in now. She's got her chin on the table. Mm. Yeah, I love this silly little kid. All right. Anyway, yeah, if you want to buy me a cup of coffee or some soda, by all means, swing on over to paypal.me/the gaming gang. And I mean, there are people who do that as well. There's people who use the, you know, banner links and help us out that way, or they just say, hey, swing on over to paypal.me. All right. So, as I mentioned, I'm going to talk a little bit about the denial of service attacks that I think they're over. I think whoever was behind it is finally kind of given up. Flaming Heron says, I almost wear the drink. Yes, I almost did. I think they gave up because I kicked Cloudflare into high gear to force every visitor. Unfortunately, they have to go through a bit of a process of waiting to get to the website. And looks like everything's done. Looks like I'm not having these huge spikes in server usage and load. So very cool. I was very excited. Clint says, I'll buy you a cup of coffee Friday. Says they backed Mindbug First Contact last night after the show. So, yes, you're very welcome about the news about that. All right, Smokey, are you leaving? All right, hang on. All right. So, maybe she won't be sitting on my lap while I'm trying to do the unboxing here. Also, want to point out, I think I'm going to do that 50-50 auction where I will auction off a bunch of tabletop gaming stuff, games, books, role-playing games, you name it, and it'll be a 50-50. So I will take half, and Extra Life for Kids will take the other half. And I'm thinking of putting it together next Saturday. Not this coming Saturday, but the Saturday afterwards. So banging that around. If you are interested in me doing that, by all means, please let me know in the comments. And I will take that under advisement. Sweet. So we're going to jump on into Stratego Assassin's Creed, which is from Jumbo Games. Of course, this is the classic kind of deduction game. It's for two players, ages 8 and up, plays in around 30 minutes to an hour, depending on who you're playing against. And it carries an MSRP on Amazon of $52.80. You heard that correctly. That is not a mistake. It is $52.80. Let's swing on over to the other camera because here I've got Stratego Assassin's Creed. All right. So I am going to address the elephant in the room. I couldn't believe that the MSRP on this is $52.80. And I took a look because I thought, oh, come on. No way. I'm thinking, it's Stratego, like $25, right? Come on. It is actually $52.80, and just regular old Stratego is like $40. I was like, holy cow. All right, take a look at the back. So obviously, this is themed for the Assassin's Creed video game, which is from Ubisoft. So let's dive on in, see what we've got. If you joined late, I do want to also mention that I have a special treat from Free League Publishing. So if you are a fan of H.P. Lovecraft, you're probably going to dig the special treat I've got coming up after we take a look at this. So it says attack and capture the Apple of Eden. All right, so there is the box. Here are the rules in a multitude of languages. Got the game board. Open that up. It has been years since I have played Stratego. So I'm not sure why we have explosions going on the board. So it's also showing us the various different playing pieces and the number that are contained in your supply. So we've got the board that we're I believe we divide this up. I think we put this out here so the players don't see the setup. So we've got that. So it's kind of a shield. Got some artwork on that as well. Take a look at the other side here. Take a look at the rules real quick. So let's find the English. I think on the back of the box, English was sort of, here we go. I was going to say the English was sort of like, halfway down. So we've got the rules here. Let battle be joined between the most legendary assassins and their nemesis, the Templars, in this special Stratego Assassin's Creed edition. Secretly deploy your army. Who will have the strength and strategy to capture the Apple of Eden to safeguard peace and freedom for the citizens of the world? There are 3 variations of the game: classic, dual, and special, which brings the powers of the pieces of Eden into play. Okay, so it's talking about the playing pieces. Oh, look who's appeared. Look who's back. Look who has rolled on up to the table here. Smokey, come on. If she could lay like off in the corner up here, that'd be fine. But I know she's not going to do that. All right, hang on. Come on, you. Come here. Give me a pencil. Yes. All right. Okay, hang on. Let's do something here. All right, everybody can see you. Yeah. Everybody sees who you are. Because it's been a while since you were on my lap or on the table. Smokey's usually upstairs when I do the stream. And now she's hovering around. No. Go. She hates plastic bags. So I just went, oh, this is good content. Man, this is good content. Okay. Back to taking a look at this stuff. All right, so we got the rules here. And actually, there's only, 4 pages? The font is relatively small. But yeah, 4 pages of rules for all 3 ways to play. Then we have stickers. Really? For $53, we have to sticker our own pieces? So I had a representative from Jumbo ask me if I would take a look at this. And I was like, yeah. They're like, well, we'll set you up with an affiliate link on Amazon. I'm like, you don't have to do that. I'm like, it's no big deal. I will, Smokey, come on, kid. I can't have you up here like this. Shithead. Come on. Yeah, I know. Keep going. She just loves me. Look, What can I tell you? So Sarah D says, Smokey just wants to be in the show. Yes, I get it. Clint says they've got 3 cats there. Well, one of the funny things is Smokey won't jump up on the table if, I'm playing games with somebody. I mean, she only jumps up on this table I'm at right now. All right. So anyway, we were taking a look at the stickers. They have a nice finish to them, I will say, but that doesn't mean they're going to hold up to repeated play. All right. So then we have the pieces, and they're just pretty standard plastic. So we're going to put your sticker on there. I can tell you right now, that's going to be a pain. I'm not a fan of having to sticker things. So we got the blue, and we also have the red. And that is essentially the Stratego Assassin's Creed. Did I just put that in upside down? I think I did. Yep, there we go. So we've got the 60 plastic pieces. We've got the stickers. In fact, you know what? I'm going to put this on top here. We've got the divider board. We've got the stickers. We've got the game board, as well as the rule book in 8 different languages. And that is Stratego Assassin's Creed from Jumbo Games. Sweet. There you have it. Once again, this is for 2 players. It is for ages 8 and up. Plays in 30 minutes, thereabouts. And it does carry an MSRP of $52.80 on Amazon.com. I believe it's only available on Amazon. All righty. So that was quick. Zipped on through that. So anyway, I don't know if I'll have an affiliate link or not for this. But like I said, it didn't really matter to me either way. I was like, you don't have to give me an affiliate link. I don't usually use affiliate links for anything. So we still have a little bit of time. So what I would like to do is share a first look at the 2nd volume of At the Mountains of Madness from my pals over at Free League Publishing. That's right. This is written, of course, obviously enough, by Howard Phillips Lovecraft, H.P. Lovecraft, with artwork provided by Francois Barringen. It does carry an MSRP of $34.95. You may recall I took a first look at the first volume last year. So swing on over to the other camera. And bing! It's like magic. It's like bewitched. My nose twitched and the image changed. Do want to point out, I am not going to look at each and every page. Let's zoom in a little bit closer on this. There we go. But I do want to give you kind of a feel for the artwork in the book. I have to say, At the Mountains of Madness is my favorite H.P. Lovecraft story. Always has been. And it's kind of science fiction. It's horror. It's actually got, in my opinion, the most creepy reveal of any of Lovecraft's stories. So take a look at the back here. There could now be no further merciful doubt about the nature of the beings which had built and inhabited this monstrous dead city millions of years ago. Return to the final days of the Dyer expedition in remote and Arctic wastes. The letters from expedition leader Professor William Dyer grow increasingly more desperate as the expedition presses on, leaving sanity behind them. What they discover beneath the ice is meant for no living man to see. Cyclopean structures and what? Yeah, okay. I thought I skipped something there. Cyclopean structures and alien landscapes that defy history itself. The final act of the Dire expedition is the descent into cosmic horror and utter madness. Let's crack this on open. Of course, this is kind of what I would consider to be what we used to refer to as a coffee table book. And of course, the paper stock is very, very nice, very, very thick. So this, of course, is picking up where the first volume left off. What I'm going to do is I am going to skip a few pages as we take a peek. And the entire story is contained in the 2 volumes. Well, I should say it's a novella. In fact, if memory serves me correctly, I believe At the Mountains of Madness is the longest story Lovecraft ever wrote, or at least published. So I just want to give you an idea of the artwork, just the layout. Here's an imagining of the Great War that took place. With the old ones. This is really, really nice artwork. So we're about a little past the halfway point of the story. The Shoggoths. If you have never read At the Mountains of Madness, I certainly recommend it highly. Yes, I know. I know all about H.P. Lovecraft. I know. There's some things that, very hard to swallow about him. But, if you can get past that, it is an excellent story. And Call of Cthulhu is an excellent role-playing game. So never hold that against that. 245 Trioxin has joined us in chat. Very cool. Welcome back. What the heck? It's like some dust or something on that. Ah, there you go. There's the Shoggoth. Or Shoggoth, however you want to pronounce it. Clint Gibson says, I love Free League. Yeah, Free League does really, really good stuff. I am still waiting to hear back from my contact with Free League about the One Ring, because I know they were really hoping to have that out before Christmas, but I'm not thinking that's going to happen. All right. So we get little bios of Lovecraft as well as Francois Berengar. So Flaming Heron says, lovely looking book. Yes, this is very, very cool. So once again, this is the second volume. The first volume is available as well. It is, I think they just did a new print run, so you can pick up both. And this is volume 2 of At the Mountains of Madness from Free League Publishing, and it does carry an MSRP of $34.95. So let's swing on over to the other camera, and I'll start wrapping up here. There we go. Move this on out of the way. This will give you a better idea of the size. That was actually the reason why I was kind of zoomed out a little bit for the Stratego Assassin's Creed, so that I wouldn't have to mess around too much when I brought this out. So I want to also mention those of you out there who might be celebrating Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. I know I sometimes forget the various different holidays. So it's not like I don't, don't care that you have a good holiday. I always forget. Even, like Thanksgiving. I forgot it was Thanksgiving. I think it was like 3 days before. I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. Thanksgiving is Thursday. Black Friday's Friday. Okay, that is it for this time out. Of course, if you like this video, be sure to please give it a quick thumbs up. Subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel if you haven't already. And if you do subscribe, ding that bell. It'll not only let you know when the dispatch streams live. I'm trying to grab something that's pushed all the way over the side. Anyway, subscribe to the channel because it'll not only let you know when the dispatch streams live Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. Central, but it'll also let you know when I upload other videos, such as my upcoming review of Rackham Vale. Yes, coming soon. Coming soon. And of course, when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit thegaminggang.com for all the latest in tabletop gaming news, reviews, and a whole lot more. You know the drill. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. If you're curious about Monday's show, we are going to take a first look at the Magical Land of Yeld Mermaid Hunters starter set. Now, you might remember I did a first look, and then I did a review of the Magical Land of Yeld role-playing game. Well, they've got a little starter set now, so we are going to take a peek at this on Monday's show. The rest of the week, I don't know. I have no idea. We'll take it as it comes. There's Smokey. She's back. She's eyeing this table again. Come on. Come on up. Here she goes. Just jumped right on up. Again, here we go. Say goodbye to everybody. Goodbye, everybody. So long, everybody. As I wrap up with the tail in my face. So if you're watching live, thank you very much. I always appreciate those of you who tune in and join in chat so I don't feel like a complete doofus just talking to myself and the cats overhearing it, babbling on into the ether. But I also know a lot of people out there don't have an opportunity to watch live. Hey, however you watch is great. I really do appreciate it. It doesn't matter. You could be watching on Memorex. It does not matter. Anyway, I will be back on Monday. So everybody enjoy the rest of your week. Have a great weekend. And as I mentioned, we'll be taking a look at the Mermaid Hunters on Monday's show. So until I see you next, here's hoping each and every one of you gets to enjoy plenty of great gaming with your gang. See you Monday. Smokey might see you Monday too. Oh, you're still here. Well, while you're kicking it, how about subscribing to the Gaming Gang channel or seeing the latest episode of the Gaming Gang Dispatch or finding out what YouTube recommends you check out here at my channel. And of course, don't forget, get your geek on at thegaminggang.com.